to Rhyme City, a celebration of the harmony between humans and Pokemon.
Tim, your dad was a legend in this precinct. If you were anything like your dad...
I'm not.
I remember. You wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when you were young.
Yeah, that didn't really work out. Someone there? Whoever you are, I know how to use this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
I know you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me?
Oh my God, you can understand me.
Stop.
I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika!
Yeah, Pika Pika Pika, he's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him? I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet. We're gonna do this, you and me. There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope. Listen up. We got ways to make you talk. Or mime.
Yeah.
So tell us what we want to know. Pipe. Yes. Okay. I can. Shoving. Pushing. My problem is that I push people away and then hate them for leaving.
He's saying you can shove it.
What? I can shove it? Okay, that's it. No, we're switching roles. I'm bad cop. You're good cop.
No, we're not cops.
In my head, I saw that differently.
I'm back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today, I showed you the Detective Pikachu trailer. Now, I really originally wanted this to get out way beforehand, like near the date when this trailer came out, Monday, but things had to come up, and I never really got the chance. But here we are, and let's break down the trailer and talk about my thoughts and expectations, okay? So looking from the trailer, the movie looks awesome. Like, it's funny, looks like a bunch of fun. This is what Pokemon, I feel like, really needed, because it's like, I think this is not, it's still kind of kid-friendly, but, like, it's up more for, like, a teenager level. I think pretty much anyone can enjoy this movie. I think this is the route that I feel like Pokemon could also go in, because I feel like, yeah, you have a route that's for children, and then you have the Generation 1 people, or Generation 2, they're like adults now, right? So you have that entire population of adult Pokemon fans, and I feel like now, more than ever, you can make stuff that caters for that age, more than just keep catering to children. Now, I understand that. Nintendo is mostly catered to children, I get that. But then you also have to think about, why say no? Because then it gets you money, right? I can also see why they haven't really done something like this, because they might, even though I don't really necessarily agree with it, could be one reason. I don't really agree with this reason, but it's basically where, we've been catering to children so long that basically it's expected that Pokemon is just going to always be children. And if we change it and release something that's not kid-friendly and a kid sees it, oh, it's Pokemon, it must be, I have to go watch it, and then it turns out it's not so kid-friendly, you know, it will cause problems. They could get in trouble and stuff like that. Although I don't think that's the actual reason why they don't do it, it is definitely a possibility. And I don't really agree with, because that's what marketing is for. You market and all that to make sure that no kid like would watch it, or like not young anyway. You could make it for teenagers. I don't think it's gonna go, you know. Yeah, it's not going to do that, if that's what you're thinking. No, it's not going to go like adult. I'm just meaning like the range where it's like it's not so kid friendly, but like a kid could still watch it. But you know, it's more of a teenager level stuff. That's what I'm talking about. But that's what this movie looks like. From the trailer, it looks awesome. Now this is based off of a game called Detective Pikachu. I've never played the game, but I have an understanding of the description. And although I think the story might be different because they had to, it still involves the same context where you have a son, his father's missing, and he finds Pikachu. So, it's pretty much the same concept. And from what I can understand, it starts off the main character walking into Rhyme City. Now, I don't know where that city is. I do know from a poster later in the trailer, it said Sinnoh. So it does take place in the Pokemon world with all the other regions. And so that is definitely the case. So the real question is, where does Rhyme City even take place? Where it is, what region, or is it outside its own region, or stuff like that. That's definitely something they need to elaborate on. So you're walking through it, we see eventually that the character is talking to this old guy. The old guy basically is talking about his father, and then he basically, if you're anything like your father, and then he writes out and says, I'm not. Now, I am a little confused when he says I am not, because it could mean several things. In the context, is he trying to get the job, and he's just saying I'm not like my father, because he's just, I don't know. Or he's basically, this guy's trying to offer him a job, and he's like saying I'm not like my dad. It's like kind of like it depends on how the situation rolls, you know. That's really my understanding. Now it also seems like the kid now walks into his house, and it narrates that he wanted to be a Pokemon trainer when he was young. So that means that they're kind of following the beat of Pokemon, where you have to be a 10. Once you become 10, you can be a Pokemon trainer. It seems he's definitely in his. I think he's definitely somewhere around in his 20s. I don't think he's in his teens. And the reason for that being is because he's, like I said earlier, it looks like he's getting a job or being offered a job, and therefore, and it's a detective thing, and I think you need to go to college and stuff like that to get special to become a cop and stuff, so I don't think that he's in his teens, because if he was in his teens, he wouldn't even make it to college, and I don't think he'd be getting a firm, because I know it's some type of detective thing, because the way the guy said the job was, and I don't know if he said, I know it wasn't firm, but I can't put what he exactly said, but I definitely know it is definitely a type of detective agency. I definitely know that for sure. And so basically, it does feel like his father was a detective, of course, and he's missing. Now, if he's missing, I am really assuming that he was on a mission and he got captured. That it makes sense. But back to him, he was in his house and he heard something. He got a stapler. Pretty funny. It almost looked like he had a gun first, but then we realized later it was actually a stapler. So from there we had so he finds Detective Pikachu, and Pikachu comes out and says, I know you can't hear me, kid, but alright. And he says, I will put down the stapler or I will electrocute you. And then Ryan Reynolds plays Pikachu very well. He's funny. It looks really good. Although Pikachu, I think it might be the CGI, and this is a trailer, so I can't really complain about that. But Pikachu looks, I don't know, something feels off with Pikachu. But he looks really good, and that's what I want. He looks as best as he can. I mean, all the Pokemon in this trailer look really good. And so, yeah. Ryan Reynolds' voice is definitely better for Pikachu than the game Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu in the game was too deep. I mean, I tried the demo and it was way off the beat. I mean, Pikachu seems like cute and all that, and Ryan Reynolds, although his Pikachu's not playing kind of a cute type version, is more closer to Pikachu than that one, than the game. I think Ryan Reynolds makes Pikachu a balance between what actual Pikachu is and then the more serious, more not cute way for the character of Detective Pikachu. It just works, not the game. That it does not work. Okay, I just want to stress that. But now, all right. So yeah, okay. So they go out. He's basically trying to get people to if they can understand him, and because he thinks he's kind of going crazy now. And no one can hear him. All they're hearing is Pika Pika. And so that's pretty funny. We also get to see more Pokemon. It looks really good. The Pokemon look amazing. I mean, I know with the computer stuff, but you might think that it would look really bad, but it actually looks really good. They did a nice job. They really did a nice job. We're going to... Okay, so eventually they talk about how they're going to join forces. We see a lot of action. We also, in the beginning of the trailer, we've seen one of the other main characters. Now, I feel like this is going to be a love story, of course. I feel, because we have the other girl. I mean, I know this is Pokemon, so they have done love. They have gone close, but not far enough because it's kid-friendly. Literally, Serena and Ash kissed in the anime, but they cut it off. You don't see them kissing, but you know they're kissing. Because we know that. So, that we definitely know that happened. But they cut it off because it's kids show, right? So, I mean, this feels like, since this is more teenager route, they might actually do it, which would be kind of cool. I actually like, love stories inside action-packed movies. I feel like it really works. I mean, I know it's been done to a pulp, but it just works. You know what I mean? It makes more sense to have that because you need some type of relational thing. I mean, but of course, I feel like that's going to happen. Then their main character is Psyduck. The reason why the second main character is Pokemon is Psyduck because one of the creators of Pokemon, Masuto Omori, I don't know if I said that correctly, his favorite Pokemon is Psyduck. So even though it should have been Golduck, Psyduck, see, Psyduck evolves into Golduck, yet Golduck is blue and Psyduck is gold or yellow. So, and in Japanese, Psyduck is actually Golduck, and then Golduck is Psyduck. So it was missed in translation, and they switched. So now that's what happened. Oh well, there's many mistranslations. I really hate this, but Regice. It should have been Regice, but no. They decided to not put an I in it, and now it's just Regice. Regice, Registeel, Regirocket, and Regigigas. What does not belong? Regice. I'm sorry, Regice. I mean, Regice. if I ever can change things at Pokemon, which I eventually do want to talk to them and get things, work with them. Put an I in Regice so it actually makes sense. But back to the trailer. We have. Yeah, okay. So from that point, we eventually see Pikachu and the guy talking to a mime, and mime looks like he's high on something, I have to tell you. But he's a mime, so it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Mime looked nice. Some people told me he doesn't. I think it's mostly because, well, they said because he was high on drugs, but like, I feel like that's not what I'm talking about. I was just more the look, not the whatever. I do see some problem. His arms look like dodgeballs or stuff like that, and so I could definitely see where that might be a little problem. But that other than that, he looks really good. And they pull off Mr. Mime correctly. Like that's what a Mr. Mime would do, or a mime generally does. So for Pokemon, it's spot on. I have to say. Eventually, we also see Ash Greninja. It seems like not Ash Greninja. Greninja, my bad. It looks like Greninja are the villain of the story. And Greninja looks awesome. I mean, they pulled that off, definitely. They did really good with that. There was a lot of action. There was even an area where the ground was like coming up against the main characters. And definitely I feel like there's a ground type move for sure. I don't know offhand which one, but like, because I mean, there are a bunch of ground type moves that really could do things like that. So whatever. I definitely think it's a ground type move, but of course I could be wrong. So we'll definitely see what it is from watching the movie, which you guys really should check it out. It's coming out this summer. Now, near the end, we see some more Greninja. We see a Charizard and them by a gate. So that's definitely cool. And then at the very end of the trailer, we have Pikachu in the air while Charizard is going after him. Man, Charizard's mouth has a lot of detail, I'll tell you this for sure. I don't know, like Charizard has a little too much hair for my Charizard has definitely a lot of detail. They did a really nice job with the Pokemon. I mean, I can't say it enough. I mean, I've said it probably several times throughout this video. So, alright guys, that's pretty much the breakdown of the trailer. I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe if you're new. And, thank you, goodbye.